is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So we finally get it. It's been a while since it's been here. I think it's like a monthly thing, I'm guessing, or something. But Dragon Ball Heroes has finally blessed us with this ridiculous, over the top, bringing back the characters that some people really want, and some characters that people don't even know about. Seeing how some of them were exclusives, if I do remember, like they're exclusive to Heroes and nowhere else. So this episode truly has some fans probably ecstatic to see even the smallest ounce of GT in this week's episode of Heroes. I was seeing some comments, just people like, well, one guy was kind of bashing just how the silver hair looked on Khalifa and Kale, but after seeing all the comments of everybody else, I'm guessing he was the only one and he didn't like it, you know. So, you know how the anime community is sometimes. You get some people that love something, and there's always usually a side of the fence that hates it. So, we have baby Kale and baby Khalifa. Um, Absolutely weird. It definitely was a non way of saying that they're capable now to fight on a higher level. It really just seemed like a ploy for the villains to be able to take over the bodies of some people and not only discharge all of the energy out of the out of the subject that they're, latched onto, but they can also then, you know, pretty much put them in a position where they leave the body having the person take full damage, which is like the opposite of what Baby could do. So it's pretty much the way of watching the growth of this character from GT, because if you remember, Baby had a lot of bodies, so he could just hop from one to another, and because of that, that was more or less the reason why he could get the upper hand and didn't really need to stick around in one host. But once he was in a main host and he wanted to use that main power source, he pretty much was stuck with it after choosing to do that. So in this week's episode, we pretty much see that even after they have already made the choice of entering the bodies through the wounds, exactly the way Baby did to Vegeta, they do a full takeover and seemingly aren't doing really any of Kel and Khalifa's attack, but doing just their own variants of their attacks that they were doing before, or it was just lazy animation and they just wanted to get the hit and Kappa out of the way, so they just reused the animation to get them out, and then that's when Hit and Vegeta versus those two, and then Trunks hops in, tells Vegeta to charge up a final flash, which in hindsight, they used the same animation for when we seen Vegeta go SS Blue, I think, for the first time in Resurrection F. But it looks super dope. But they use that animation, and instead of him going blue, he stays Super Saiyan and does the final flash. So this was probably a lot weirder than I thought it was gonna be, because Blue and just the overall transformation of the next step over the next step over the next step, whenever they find that higher step, they usually go to it. So seeing Vegeta opt out to straight up just fight as Super Saiyan, and knowing that he's already gone to Beerus's planet after the whole Cumber incident, and somehow he still hasn't recovered enough to be able to go SS Blue. So that kind of shows you even more of how strong Vegeta and Trunks are when they come in and pretty much are holding their own against, these baby clones or whatever, even when they have the power of Kale and Khalifa. And when Vegeta is about to let off this final flash, these sick babies jump out of the bodies, and Hit and Trunks were holding both of them in place. So now Vegeta straight up just hits all of his teammates and they all take the full blast of it. Vegeta's out of energy, you know, so he's practically useless now, and that's like GG, you know. So that is the type of like episode we're dealing with here. And there's something I really wanted to say about Hit, and I think this is like one of the better places to do it, because I don't want to make a full-on video just talking about Hit when my channel's about more than just Dragon Ball. But I feel like Hit is definite, unless you guys want me to go through more details with it, because I can have me playing Hit and actually using him and be able to talk about him and stuff like that. But with Hit always having some type of thing holding him back, I feel like we will never see Hit's true potential until he's in an environment where he's allowed to kill, period. And no one seems to understand that, or no one seems to care, because every time we've seen Hit, he's been bested now, so it's like Hit's not good. It's like, so with Hit holding back and not being capable of actually killing and using his assassination techniques, and then mind you, he was going against the babies, and my whole thing when I was watching, I was like, why isn't he going in? Because it's not like he's under oath or under a contract or like fighting rules that says he can't, you know, fight to kill. But then when they take over the bodies of Khalifa and Kale, I was like, wow, they just put Hit right back in a position where he can't use lethal force, you know? That's just the nature of the beast. And if you guys remember, it's like they completely forgot how Hit got even strong enough to compete with SS Blue Goku with the information of time skip, where your Goku was actually reacting to Hit and his time skip in base, and then once he went into his transformations, he had that much more ease countering it. Even though he didn't fully counter it, he was definitely blocking and getting shots in. But now take that same Hit and allow him to do the things he did to SS Blue Goku, who he killed, by the way, after the tournament meeting each other, so Goku had time to pretty much recover fully and get a Zenkai boost, technically, and Hit still kills Goku. And the thing that I was saying that the series pretty much forgot about is the fact that the fact that Hit has improvement. So why didn't he use, I understand he didn't use improvement against Jiren because he ran out of time and Jiren was trying to get him out of the ring as quickly as possible. But if he has all this time in this week's episode, he should have improved. He should have saw that these people were stronger than him, or these babies, and he should have been able to get a improvement. He should have been able to do the thing that he did. So he didn't use any of those key blasts that we see that can go through walls, anything pretty much, and hit its target still. So that's all I'll say about Hit. It really frustrates me that no one understands how powerful Hit truly could be if he could just let loose and every attack he does be a headshot and literally send a key blast through your face. I don't think anybody really understands the gravity of how dumb broken he would be if that was the case. But with that being said, guys, I hope you have an awesome night, day, evening, whatever the case it is you're watching this, and I will have much more videos coming out very soon, so don't be surprised when I drop all that content. So with everybody having a good day or night or bad, holla at your boy if you need me. I'll always be here. The Anime G. I'm out. Peace.